Hello everyone, welcome to day 4 of the ASUS ROG tournament. Today we have Exulansis Esports facing off against 14K VP. So currently we are in the banning phase and let's see where the game goes from here.
I
First ban for Exulansis is the Anivia targeted towards 14k VIP.
Let's see
And
how 14K responds to that Anivia ban.
they will probably target a few mid laners, maybe the Lucian, or maybe even a Samira ban.
is that fear I smell?
And they're banning out Katarina, bots Katarina. Okay.
I think the next ban from Exulansis will be targeted towards the jungler or potentially even the ADC, we'll never know.
As you wish.
It's a Tryndamere ban. Quite interesting. I guess they think that 14k XO is gonna be taking that to top lane. That's why they don't want him playing something that he's comfortable on, perhaps. The next ban, Irelia, again, target towards the mid lane, I'm assuming.
But then again, Irelia can be also played in the top lane if you're TF Blade.
Yes, it can.
So let's
So
see
no,
where Exulansis will ban a jungler right now.
Right.
and instead it's a Caitlyn ban, that's interesting. An ADC ban in the first ban phase. Okay, they don't want a strong bot laner.
Hey, never pick a
Or
fight you
yeah.
can't win.
Assuming that's the last ban for the red team is the set. So 14k I think will be looking for something that is gonna be pretty engage heavy. Oh, that's as I was saying, the Samira is the first pick from Exulansis. And I have to say, I don't think 14k expected that, otherwise they would have banned it away. But we'll have to see what they respond with. Because against the Samira, if you don't take anything that can withstand the aggression whenever the Samira goes in, then you're in a lot of trouble.
Yes, indeed, because Samira can just go in, get a kill, and reset her E and just either get out or go in for the double kill. You really have to respect Samira's aggression, but then again, Samira is kind of coin flippy because you have to be aggressive in order to like get anything from her kit.
The second pick from the red side was the Morgana, which I'm assuming is going to be the support, but could also be flexed to the mid lane, which we did see a couple of players do in our previous games. But against the Samira, I have to question the Morgana, though, considering she isn't really that much of an aggressive support. So it'll be hard for them to lock down the Samira unless the Morgana bind lands every single time.
But
The
then
jungle
again,
pick, yeah,
the binding will be hard to land with Samira's W blocking all projectiles. So yeah, that'll be that.
yeah, and the Lux is being hovered by Exulansis, Lumia, Kuro, probably thinking of taking that as support. Against the Morgana, Lux isn't bad, but instead they opt to pick the top lane first. It's the Ornn that gets locked in. A really strong pick in the top lane, scales pretty well into the late game as well. We'll have to see what 14k respond with, whether they opt to pick a top laner as well, or whether they'll show their jungle pick right now.
I think 14K will either pick mid lane. I just have a feeling that oh never mind.
It's the volley player, which I think is gonna go top. Could also be jungle, but mostly it is played in the top lane right now. So volley Morgana Ashe tells me that they have a good front line, and the DPS is there as well from the Ashe. But
And the
again,
engage is there from Exulansis. I think Exulansis will focus on an engage based team composition.
yep, that is quite likely. And the ban from 14k there was the Thresh, taking that away from Lil Mayakuro since he hadn't picked his support yet. Probably banning out the hook champions because they don't want the support getting on them for the Samira to follow up with.
Indeed, but you cannot ban every hook support from the game. Like there'll
Yeah.
always be Nautilus or Pike just waiting around the corner to land a hook.
Especially considering they've picked a Morgana already, I'm not sure why they're banning. I guess they just think that Lil Malcoro is that good on his champions that they need to ban it away. And the last ban is that Silas target towards the mid lane. And I think there was a disconnect, probably.
Yeah, there was a disconnect coming from Exulansis.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that the picks and bans will be the same up until that Silas ban. And we'll be waiting for them to rearrange so that we can head back into Champ Select.
Until then, I think we'll have a commercial break. Drowswitch everyone. We are back into the draft. So some people might question why the casters change. Actually, the casters didn't change. I just had a shot of vodka and I turned Russian. So
Well,
this time
my
we'll have
Russian
the same
friend.
pick
Is that
defense.
fear I smell?
And yeah, the picks and bans will be the same. I'm pretty sure that's a visual bug. That's why it's showing that two of the champions are locked in. But I
As you
think,
wish.
yeah, I think it's just a bug. Again, the bans from both of the sides will be the same. The Enivia, Tryndamere,
But
and
what
Never
if it
pick a
isn't a
fight you
bug?
can't win.
What if they actually pick those champs? It'll be really
I
funny if they
mean,
pick.
it doesn't matter though. They did pick those champions, so
Oh yeah,
it
they
won't
did.
be. Yeah. The Nidalee, the Ornn, Ashe, and Volibear were locked in by both of their teams.
Yeah, I think I'm drunk. Maybe I drank a lot of vodka instead.
You overstep.
Okay, so again, Samira locked in, Ashe and Volibear will be the two champions, or maybe Morgana. Doesn't really matter, I think. But the question now will be what they pick in support for Exulansis. I think that wasn't locked in, right?
Yes, I think it'll be a Nautilus, just because he's big and tanky and chonky and he has a hook. But then again, there's a Morgana on the enemy team.
Wait, I think there's an issue there. I think they did change the picks and bans. Kate was banned last time around, and it got locked in right now.
Oh yes,
So
Caitlyn did get locked in.
I'm not sure whether. Okay, so I guess the picks and bans are being changed. The
Oh
Ash which got
well, I
locked
love
in.
democracy.
The Ash which got locked in last time is changed to a Kate. This time around, they do get the Kate Morgana, and on the other side, the the Volibear, I believe it was. Instead,
Oh,
they're choosing to go for the Graves. Okay, this is interesting.
Your Graves jungle without a cigar, not interesting much. Volibear jungle with a cigar, very interesting.
I'm pretty sure you'd rather have a vodka than a cigar, right?
For me, yes. Okay, so since the picks and bans are changed this time, let's see what Exulansis bans. Please ban Thresh again. I don't want to see that champion on the rift ever again. Hate Thresh.
This
Okay,
time
never.
round, since that was shown in the last draft. And yes, the last time round they did ban the Thresh. Let's see if they do the same or whether they decide to change it.
If anyone from VP14K is okay, so they banned Brom.
Rom this time, yeah. That is
Yeah,
quite
please ban
surprising
Thresh.
considering you see a Samira, you would expect she will be partnered up with something like a Thresh or Nautilus who is going to be going in. But they opt to ban the Braum, which I'm not sure why. Considering they have a Morgana, Morgana against Braum isn't a bad lane for the Morgana.
Oh, Malzahar. Space Heats. Oh, that got
Yeah,
banned.
and another champion that 14k do tend to use in the mid lane, so Malzahar and Anivia are targeted towards their mid laner. This probably will be the top lane pick for 14k. Hopefully. Okay, they lock in the Mordekaiser. Against the Ornn, the Mordekaiser doesn't do that badly in lane, but for an Ornn, it's just all about the item upgrades and getting towards that late game. So
Okay, so now we have Thresh. I didn't want to see this champ, but now I have to see this champ. Every time Thresh lands a hook, I'll have a sip of vodka.
especially throwing that over to Lil Miyakuro, his Thresh is really good. I mean, they do have the Morgana to kind of counter the hook, but still giving that over, it's really scary for them.
I know
And the
the
last
source of
pick,
Lil Meow Kuro's Thresh energy. He spilled the secret last time I talked to him. He said that he leeches his energy from DF Forest. Not sure if it's true or not, but hey, boost is the secret to my energy.
so the last pick from Exulansis was the Oriana, which got locked in, and we'll see the mid laner from 14k take the Corki.
Okay,
Okay.
now this will be an interesting match. Every time I play Corki, I smash shuttlecocks left and right. I even have an Corki account, One Trick Corki, Yonex Rackets. Every time I get into the game with Corki, I'm always 26-0, and I say, prepare to get your shuttlecocks beaten. Because that's how we play Corki in Russia. So this will be an interesting game coming from both sides. Exulance is going for the engage heavy team composition with Oriana, Samira, Ornn, Thresh, and Nidalee. All of them having really high engage capabilities. And VP14K going for kind of a passive playstyle with the Morgana shield and binding. But let's see where this game goes.
Wait. Okay. And we're into the loading screen, guys. As we can see, there is. Okay, so Corky did take that fleet footwork. That's good. Graves with the. Okay. That's quite
Grace
interesting.
with phase rush. He'll build Black Cleaver and invade jungle early. Easy win.
Thing is, invading a Nidalee is quite risky as well. If Nidalee can get the jump on you with her spear, then you are in danger.
I'll pass over a vodka shot to Graves. He'll invade the jungle with his big muscles and win Nidalee easy.
He has those
That's our
big
jungle
muscles, but
mechanics
he
work.
uses them to shoot a gun. So
It's not
I'm
just any gun, it's a bazooka. If you aim it properly, it is. Trust
I'm
me.
pretty sure with this skin, it's not a bazooka. It's more like a water gun. So
No. Actually, he had to disguise it as water just so the CIA couldn't harm him.
that makes sense.
Like Corky, he throws rockets at you, but he disguises it as lasers in this skin so that the CIA doesn't suspect you and take you down.
So it's all about hiding from the CIA, huh?
Yes.
Okay, so Samira did take a cleanse against the Morgana. That makes a lot of sense, especially in lane, because if you get binded by the Morgana into the Caitlyn trap, then you're basically forced to either go out of the lane because you're chunked really low or gonna die. So the cleanse makes a lot of sense there.
I want to see Samira cleanse the knockup from Yasuo coming from the other side of the map.
Okay, I'm pretty sure that vodka is hitting you hard, my friend.
Yeah, I think it is.
Okay. And we're into the rift, guys. It'll be interesting to see whether Exulansis decide to go for an invade, because with their comp, I think they can look to invade level 1. Especially with the Thresh, if you can get a hook onto someone, you might force out some summoners.
Yes.
But it looks like 14k are pinging for their bot lane, so they might be heading for that tribe rush over there. As we do have a pause right now.
So I want to see red side take their red. Like they'll sneak into the red after 40 seconds so that nobody expects them. And in typical like Russian style, they'll just take the red and get out easy peasy.
30 seconds
Okay, so both sides are intending to invade the enemy team's respective red buffs.
Yeah,
Looks
it'll be
like
really funny. Like imagine walking into a jungle and finding it empty.
Thresh is walking there, though. I'm wondering whether he'll walk into the entire enemy team inside. Okay, yep, and the bind lands as
Good
well.
guy,
I'm
Thresh.
pretty sure Thresh is dead. That's
You are a good
hard
guy.
run for the Caitlyn.
This is what you get if you pick Thresh. Never pick Thresh. Actually pick Thresh. Thresh is a really good champion. I just hate Thresh so much because I die to his hooks every time.
That sounds like a you problem, my friend. But I'm pretty sure the pig wasn't the problem. It was just that he was all alone inside his own jungle, and unfortunate timing and positioning for him because he just walked into the entire enemy team, invading exactly at that moment.
I mean, well, now he has friends with him, so it wouldn't be a big problem right now.
Yep. So Caitlyn with that extra gold did get a dagger, which isn't the end of the world for their lane, but still is an advantage to 14k's bot lane nonetheless.
Yes, Caitlyn will go full Prince of Persia mode with that dagger in bot lane. Hitting minions left and right, then hitting a headshot on the Samira. Caitlyn also has a 150 range advantage over Samira, who has 500 range. So it'll be fun.
Has reconnected.
I think I need to get sober. Let me drink coffee.
So again, after that invade, both of the junglers are still starting their own red buffs. Oh no, Graves is actually starting his blue. Okay, so they're starting inside their bot lane. Probably gonna be meeting each other at the top side scuttle, most likely.
Probably, but I really want to see Graves invade jungle early. And
I
also,
mean,
I want to see how Ornn will use his rune this match. I just want him to take exhaust and exhaust the Corki. I don't know for what reason I want him to exhaust Corki, but it is what it is.
what do you think of the cult art from the Corki? Do you think that's okay against an Orianna?
Of course, 100% Cole is a very respectable item. I respect it a lot because it symbolizes communism, and that's what we crave for in Russia.
Okay, the bull by the Mordekaiser does land. He does get a lot of damage onto the Ornn. Is in danger and has to flash out. So that's a flash burn in the top lane.
Yes, the flash will be crucial because now Graves can just pew 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 Ornn. Junglers have a really big advantage if you don't have flash. So do laners, but junglers have the bigger win. Okay, so Morgana Q lands onto the Thresh. He does get poked. Nothing significant though, as there was not a Caitlyn trap there ready to headshot Thresh.
Yeah, if the trap had been there, they would have taken a significant chunk off of him. So the
Yes, you
trading
have
in
to
the
respect the sniper rifle. I see Graves is invading jungle. Like I said, I really want to see Graves invade the jungle and take everything from Nidalee.
stream is stuck, I think. Is there a problem? Okay, and we're back. So the invade is still happening. Okay.
Yeah, and we can see Mordekaiser and Ornn. But then we also see Corki and
Okay,
Orianna in the river.
Corki is in a lot of trouble though. The Orianna gets a lot of damage onto him. He needs to run away from here. He's forced to use the flash. Meanwhile, and does go down as well. Meanwhile, in the bot lane, there is a fight. But Morgana lands the bind again, and the Thresh dies. Meanwhile, again in the top lane, Mordekaiser trying to save his Graves, but can't do it. Gets the Ornn in return, but will go down to the Nidalee himself. So that's 2 double kills, one to the Mordekaiser and the other one to the Nidalee. Overall, 14k do have the lead in terms of kills, but that's only due to the invade that they had level 1.
That Mordekaiser went full Adidas mode on Nidalee at the end.
Yeah, he did.
Okay, so now I want to see Graves take Nidalee's Krogs. But then again, I don't think that he'll invade. He'll just go for the scuttle and chill. Okay, so Nidalee is going over to top for a gank.
Hope from the Thresh does land, but they are forced to back off. The Nidalee trying to kill the Mordekaiser, but I don't think... Okay, he does jump in, and the turret hit is too much, and the shutdown from the Nidalee goes over to Mordekaiser. And the Ornn as well! Oh no, that is really unfortunate. That's a double kill for the Mordekaiser. That dive didn't look good for them. The Nidalee damage wasn't enough initially, but they decided to pursue it anyways. That's a lot of damage onto the Corki. The Orianna is still going in. I'm pretty sure that's gonna be a kill for Yami, and he does kill off the Corki.
Then this Corki is not hitting any shuttlecocks at all. Hopefully he will.
The case, yeah.
After he finishes his call, which he will by 15 minutes, I assure you, he'll hit shuttlecocks left and right.
But in the top lane, the Mordekaiser is just getting stronger and stronger. I'm pretty sure Nidalee didn't expect him to live after her jump, but They did still opt for the dive, and the double kill did go over to the Mordekaiser, and now his lead over that Ornn is quite significant.
Yes, I mean 4 kills compared to 0. So it is, and then well, that was an
Yeah.
equal trade, but unfortunate for the Ornn because he's at half mana. Mordekaiser doesn't need mana, but Ornn sure does.
Yeah, he does.
The Hammer versus the Mace will be an interesting match. Let's see if Ornn can come back from this goal deficit. I mean, he does have 2 biscuits.
I mean, even
Hopefully
if
they
he's
take it.
behind, all Ornn needs to do is just scale up to that level 13 and get to those upgraded items. From then on, he's just good to go.
But then again, what if you don't let Ornn get to level 13 at all?
I mean, yeah, that's what they'll look to do. Just shut him down so that he's far behind enough. Even those item upgrades aren't good enough for him. Stand
Hey,
in lane.
you see that 3 CS advantage? That helps.
Okay, Nidalee is looking for invade onto the enemy blue buff. Corki and Orianna rotating there as well. We'll have to see who gets there first. But Graves does smite it away from her. The Morgana tries to land the binding but misses. Caitlyn taking a lot of damage from the Samira and is gonna go down. The Orianna ult lands as well, and that's 2 kills over to Exulansis. The Nidalee spear lands again, and Corki is in a lot of trouble. He dies as well. That's a double kill for the Nidalee. Nidalee is going in for more, lands another good spear. And he's gonna jump in for the kill. This one goes over to the Samira, but that's a bad fight for 40k Gaming.
After seeing those hooks, Lil Meow Kuro should change his name to Big Roar Kuro.
The way he's been playing this game, for sure, yeah, couldn't agree more.
Except for the starting, I think he doesn't want to see that again. That will never.
Yeah, that level 1 was unlucky, but since then, his hooks have been on point, and even the Nidalee I have to comment as well. The spears have been on point.
Yeah, the spears have been on point indeed.
Okay, that
Okay.
was...
That was
pretty...
5 points, my friend.
Yeah.
You go gold, you get 300 extra gold.
Ornn just showing that he doesn't need no stopwatch. Mordekaiser is going for a proxy, but I'm pretty sure he isn't aware that the Nidalee is standing right behind him. The Ornn lands, the Nidalee spear will land as well. He takes the Nidalee into his ult, but I'm not sure whether... Okay, he does have enough damage to kill her off. Gets the shutdown, but is gonna be finished off by the Orianna right there.
Rip his flash. Rip more the Razor flash. That was a very good flash, my friend. Just in the wrong direction.
Okay, the Morgana binding just doesn't land onto the Samira. Thresh is walking in again. Gets binded by the Morgana. Doesn't manage to land the hook this time round. They will probably try to go all in, knowing that the Morgana binding is down as soon as they can. But push! Okay, Thresh is in a lot of trouble. That is enough damage, but there's an Ornn behind them who doesn't
I
manage
think
to land.
14k will live through this.
Caitlyn will probably make it out, but the Morgana is stuck behind every time. Doesn't have anywhere to go, and the kill is given over to the Samira. Meanwhile, in the top side, Graves did take that Rift Herald, which he will probably use in the top lane to make sure that the Mordekaiser gets even more ahead. He does have that Liandry's completed.
To all of you Lux support mains watching this, take notes from Morgana. That's what a proper support does. Die for your ADC. Unless you have a 1k gold bounded, then just let your ADC die.
I mean, if your support has a 1k gold shutdown, then at that point you're doing something wrong, right?
I mean, I did mention Lux support for a reason, you know? That
So
good
the
old
Rift Herald
Dark
is
Harvest.
someone in the top lane, and it does take away all the plates. But tower itself doesn't go down. That's quite a lot of damage on Mordekaiser, but I'm pretty sure Ornn doesn't want to take that trade any further.
I mean, Ornn did hammer the eye out of the arrow into oblivion. So it was worth for him. Plus 90. I think we'll have a potential Mordekaiser roam mid or ward into the jungle. Probably ward into the jungle because roam mid is too risky.
Yeah, he did get a ward into the enemy buff, I believe it is, and is probably going to take that ward down. But Nidalee, meanwhile, is getting an invade into their blue side jungle. Lands the spear, gets a lot of damage out of the Morgana, but does manage to finish off the kill and will go down herself. Okay, that was a bit too far going in from the Nidalee. After that spear landed, I'm pretty sure she thought she had enough damage but couldn't finish off the Morgana in time, and does give a down ult. So in the top lane, Mordekaiser did take that blue buff, by the way.
Yeah, he did. He did take it like a gentleman. He sees Nidalee on the opposite side. He says, "Adios, amigos. I'll take your blue buff as well." Casually auto-attacking the blue buff into oblivion. So I think Nidalee will go for a top lane gank, but since Mordekaiser does spot him, he knows where Nidalee is, so he won't be that stupid to push up.
At this point, I think if Mordekaiser ults the Nidalee, I'm pretty sure he can kill her. So
I mean, he did already kill her once.
Yeah,
With a sliver of HP.
he can do it again probably. That's why Nidalee is, I think, we're considering our options for going to the top lane.
Yeah, insert that meme, I'll do it.
So Graves has just walked over to the bot lane casually.
With his big pectoral muscles, yes.
Okay. Ana in the mid lane though. Okay, the flash all that's the 1-for-1 trade. I'm pretty sure. Okay, they are heading over to the dragon though, so kind of concerned whether blue team can make it there in time. Mordekaiser is still by himself in the top lane. And okay, he's taking a lot of tower shots, so I get executed. Okay, that was a questionable play. And that's an Ornal, lands onto the Morgana, the flash hook from the Thresh does get the kill for the Nidalee. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Mordekaiser thought he had taken that turret down, but it needed one more auto at least, and that channel from the teleport, he should have looked. He should have looked at his own screen. I'm pretty sure he was looking to where he was intending to teleport, but this isn't a mistake that you can make at this point.
I mean, I think he was just casually texting girls on Snapchat, but we'll never know the truth.
Okay, with that dragon going over, there is still a slight goal lead for the red team. But overall, I think in terms of map pressure, Exulansis are still ahead. Again, a lot of damage on the Corki. Nidalee does flash in, but the Orianna damage was more than enough to get that kill secured.
Always go for a KS when you can rule 3 of League of Legends.
Graves is in a lot of trouble, but had to flash out there. He knows that he can't walk into that middle. In the bot lane though, Thresh does seem to be caught out. That's a lot of damage onto him, and the Morgana does finish off that kill. Caitlyn and Morgana are winning this lane, which is quite surprising to be honest. Considering they did pick that Samira, and I'm pretty sure they were confident in this lane with the Thresh as well.
Yeah, because they didn't Thresh. I mean, they didn't ban Thresh this time around.
Yeah, so they... Okay, now finally the top lane turret will go down. Mordekaiser bonking it with some hatred, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, he did. Insert bonk sound effect. Bonk.
Graves is a fine wait, which is quite
Okay, so
surprising
Graves will
considering... Yeah, Ornn just flashes in there for the kill.
Okay, so I have to laugh at this point because all I see from Exulansis is flashing for kills. KS everything.
And another spear from the Nidalee. Oriana doesn't seem to be threatened by the Mordekaiser at all and just fouls him to death. Corki needs to back out from there as well. Thinks he can get the Oriana, but Nidalee doing a lot of damage. The Morgana shield is enough right now to save him. The Morgana bind lands, but there isn't enough damage yet. But Corki does jump in to finish that kill off. Fresh will probably get... Yep, he does kill the Corki in return.
Meanwhile, at bot lane, Caitlyn is back from the realm of lag.
Grave jumping into the Thresh. The exhaust
I think Thresh will go down.
save him for now. The Oriana
Yo,
shield
Graves,
is there as
kill him.
well. Graves
Graves,
is
get this.
not getting hit by the hook. Samira just jumps in, but Graves dashes out. Okay, so pretty risky there for the Graves, but I'm pretty sure he was confident enough to make it out of there alive. Mordekaiser are looking for some recalls there, but didn't find anybody in time. The Rift Roll did get started by the Graves, and I don't think Exulansis are going to contest that, so that will be going over to VP.
Yeah, so far VP has been playing really good, and Mordekaiser lost his lead.
Yeah, the lead right now for VP is in the hands of the Caitlyn.
Yeah, that Stone Razor is pretty strong.
Yeah, Storm Razor into IE, Caitlyn's damage is gonna be insane. Another spear from the Nidalee. These spears are starting to hurt. So the Rift Roll does get someone in the mid lane. They will be able to take that tower down the ball. Oriana out and the Ornal just room for them. Mordekaiser trying his best. Will get a double kill in the backline. Another bind from the Mordekaiser, from the Morgana, and that's a triple kill for the Mordekaiser, and Corki manages to live somehow. So that's a 4 for 3 in favor of 14K Gaming.
That Oriana went full cyberpunk mode in that team fight with the route. And the
Yeah,
Mordekaiser
but-
just bonked them into oblivion.
The Mordekaiser, exactly. The Mordekaiser was so big for them. He ulted the Nidalee, knew that he could kill her. Got the Samira, I believe it was, in the backline as well. And he's gonna get another kill. Okay, this Mordekaiser is starting to get scary, my friend.
Fresh.exe has stopped working. Okay, VP 14K now going for the dragon.
Yep, and considering Thresh is dead already, they will have some trouble getting vision into the Dragon Pit right now. Okay, Oriana hops
does
in
good.
by herself. That's quite risky. But Samira just goes in, chunks the Morgana out and kills her. Inside the pit though, Nidalee does fall. That's the 3-man top wave by the Oriana. Samira just doing Samira things and cleaning up the entire fight. That's the penta kill for the Samira. And yeah, they didn't need the threat. They just had the Oriana out and the Samira follow up with it.
Okay, so I don't know what just happened.
That's
But that
just
Samira
Samira
went
saying
full
that
Chernobyl
Samira
mode.
is a champion and doing Samira things.
Yeah, she went full Chernobyl mode, man. Bombed the entire enemy team.
I mean, the Oriana ult was beautiful as well, but the follow-up from the Samira to finish off those kills, I mean, come on, this champion is
Yes, 100% pick ban. Remember, kids, if you see a Samira on the enemy team, flex 5v5, dodge. Just dodge. Okay, so VP 14K after they lost the dragon, I think that they are going to go for a Baron play potentially.
It's
I mean,
very
they
risky
don't-
for them to go for team fights at this point, right? They have to respect the Oriana ult into the Samira ult as well. That
I mean, if
isn't
I was
something they
you,
can
I'd
deal with yet.
respect the fresh.
Yeah, Corki definitely needs to respect that threat because he gets hooked and is probably gonna go down. That's a TP from the Mordekaiser, but I don't think he can find anybody. Samira is trying to again go. Okay, that's a lot of damage from the Nidalee onto the Caitlyn, who does go down. That's a two-man ult by the Ornn. Meanwhile, in the bot lane, Mordekaiser are going 1v2, gets hooked by the Thresh and is killed off by the Orianna. Morgana trying to live, but Nidalee will kill her as well. Graves manages to make it out with a sliver of health. Nidalee still going in for the chase, lands the last spear, and that's a triple kill for IG Rookie on that Nidalee.
I don't know where those spears are getting chopped up, but wherever it is, it seems unpleasant.
Yeah, it's hurting. It's hurting VP quite a lot right now.
Okay, so Exulansis I think will go for the Baron. I mean, they can, if they wanted to, they can force a fight around Baron and win this easy peasy.
Yeah, they're probably going to be resetting before that, setting up some vision around the Baron pit.
I mean, even if Nidalee is down, or can just take Smite. The rune is rocking. A really nice rune. Free runes for you and everyone around you.
The Orianna does have a Magi with 22 stacks at the moment. So I'm not sure how VP intend on dealing with her, but if she does get an ult off at this point, I'm pretty sure anybody who gets by it is gonna die, who gets hit by it is gonna die. And yeah, as you were saying, that they are trying to position around that mid to Baron side. Orianna and
Wave
Corki.
from Orianna is so big, even my voice will get distorted at some point.
Corki and Orianna are the two off in the bot lane. They do have their teleports up at the moment. So I'm not sure whether any of the teams are gonna be thinking of Baron at the moment.
I think the most stylish move right now will be teleporting on an adjacent minion just to flex how good you are at this point. If you don't
Okay,
teleport
that's
at
the
all.
package used by the Corki. He goes behind the Orianna. I'm not sure you want to be there. Graves is there for the follow-up. Corki flashes the shockwave there. But meanwhile, Nidalee did start off the Baron. Thresh got chunked out by the Baron quite a lot. Mordekaiser is positioning himself around that Baron pit. The Mornal gets channeled. Knock up onto the Caitlyn. Morgana goes golden. That's a two-man by the Mordekaiser. That's a double kill for the Nidalee. Again, Spears seem to be on point, jumping around, just killing people off. Gets the triple. Will they give the quadra over? They do, and Orianna trying to go in to finish off the Graves. I'm sure they should be turning out for the Baron at the moment, but they seem pretty intent on giving over another pentakill to the Nidalee. Don't manage to get that done. Thresh is okay. Barely is there.
Okay, so VP14K shouldn't have fought around Baron because their top laner was separated from the rest of the team. Like 4 people were on the bottom side of the river at top, and Mordekaiser was at the top side. Since they were split, Mordekaiser couldn't catch up.
Another shockwave from the Orianna just kills the Galen instantly, and is gonna get the double. Graves goes down as well. Orianna has been doing so much for her team. Orianna and Nidalee, I don't think they were 14K team prepared enough for those to pick, because
Yeah, Orianna has a really big ball, not being suggestive or anything.
sure. And the Baron does get started off by Exulansis right now. We'll probably take that down. Not sure whether VP can get there in time to contest. Nope, they decide they can't. So right now, what do you think VP should be doing to come back into this game, considering how far behind they are at the moment?
FF and go next.
That does seem like something they can do, but sure, sounds like something that you would advise.
I mean, hey, I'm Iron, don't take advice from me,
Red team's
okay?
turret has been destroyed.
but that sounded like something a French person would say, not a Russian, my friend.
Oh yeah. You mean a Belgian person would say. At least France has an army.
Okay.
Okay, so I think Exulansis is looking to end this game.
Another shockwave this time. Meanwhile, there is a fight in the top side. Mordekaiser and Ornn going at it, but I don't think Mordekaiser can win off tanking all of those Baron buff minions. Meanwhile, they are trying to end the game over there. I'm pretty sure he needs to go back to his team, who are trying to save out this Baron push.
Top laners doing typical top lane stuff. Stick to top and end the Nexus.
So the bot lane inhibitor turret is being pressured by Exulansis. That's another Nidalee and the damage from the Orianna. Nidalee just jumps in, gets the double. Mordekaiser does finally use his ult onto the Nidalee, but I think that's a little bit too late by now. I don't think he can make it out of here alive. Pretty sure he's gonna die as well. The Nidalee goes legendary. 18 kills. Orianna joins the party as well. Uses the shockwave. Nidalee just finishes off the kill. And that's gonna be game in 27 minutes. A pretty convincing win from the side of Exulansis, or just to say.
Okay, lesson learned. Don't buy call first item in Flex 5v5.
And now they're just flexing their damage, killing the Caitlyn again in the fountain. And that is the end of game 1, guys. A pretty convincing victory from the side of Exulansis. And we'll be back soon with game 2. We'll have to see what changes in the drafts.
Until then, we'll have a commercial break. Okay, so we're back with game 2 of Exulansis Esports versus VP14K. Exulansis Esports won the last match, and now we're currently in the drafting phase of the second match. Last match, the Oriana coming from Exulansis was very threatening. Along with the Nidalee Spears, they were all on point. Again, Exulansis with the Anivia Force ban. And I
Yeah,
think that
it'll be interesting to
VP14K will
see.
ban Oriana.
It'll be interesting to see whether they ban the Oriana or the Nidalee this time around. The Samira is already banned out because I'm pretty sure that Pentakill sent them a message that if you don't know how to play around the Samira and you don't shut her down in lane, she's gonna be a big problem for you.
Yeah, Samira is actually going to be a big problem. Even a bigger problem than a Fed Master E.
As you wish.
And the next ban again from the side of Exulansis is that Tryndamere target towards the top lane. The ban from 14K this time is Katarina.
14K also need to ban that Oriana. That Oriana was really smooth not to ban.
Yeah, that's what I'm surprised about. Instead of opting for that Oriana ban, they do ban the Katarina again. The next ban from Exulansis is that Morgana, which 14K did play last time in the bot lane. And 14K respond with that Thresh ban. So both of the supports banning each other's picks out. It'll be interesting to see what the bot laners pick this time around, considering the supports will get changed and the Samira is banned out as well.
Just
And
Helios.
the Lucian is being hovered, which is a really strong pick in the mid lane right now, and does get locked in. So 14K have a tough choice right now. Seeing that Lucian, I'm wondering what they're thinking right now, whether they pick their bot lane or whether they show their mid lane pick right now, considering their mid lane could get more bans targeted towards it after this phase.
Just pick Soraka and chill. Nobody can face off against the banana in a true 1v1. Okay, so they pick Israel, which could be played in the mid as well as in bot lane.
Pretty sure that's gonna be a bot lane Ezreal and the set picked right after it.
Set jungle, he could be top. He could be even support.
Support as
You never
well.
know.
It could be flexed, yeah, in any of the three things. So could be mid, top, jungle, or support. And the Evelyn locked in. Okay, so there's gonna be an invisible Evelyn hovering around this time around.
Yeah, you
Considering,
will need a lot of pink wards to spot that thing in the jungle.
yeah, and considering the Nidalee isn't bad, I'm surprised that they didn't opt to take that. But the Evelyn herself is very strong in the jungle as well.
You know, it's ironic that Evelyn is really revealing of herself, but she's also invisible so that no one can see her. But the moment they see her, they just go, ah, I'm dead.
Okay, so the third pick from Exulansis was that Renekton for the top lane, and 14K are hovering the Jarvan right now.
Good Renekton pick cancels out Set's shield.
And they do
Renekton
lock
it
that
was
Jarvan
easy.
in. So this time around, instead of the Graves, they go for Jarvan. I'm not sure how strong he is right now in the meta, but considering last time around they didn't have any proper engage for them, Jarvan does offer that, right?
Yeah, Jarvan does offer that, so does Set if he can flank them, but then again, Exulansis is sitting on a really strong draft right now.
That's for sure. The Caitlyn again banned out. This time from VP, which I'm a bit surprised considering it was Exulansis, I believe. Oh no, VP played it last time around, right?
Yes, they did indeed.
Yep. And Exulansis do decide to ban out that Mordekaiser, which did prove to be quite a lot to handle in the top lane for Zuko on that Ornn. But yeah, it's taken out this time. The last ban is again the Malzahar.
What if Renekton goes mid lane? Huh. And Lucian goes ADC, then they'll still have an orb to pick in the top lane.
I'm pretty sure the Renekton isn't gonna be picked for the mid lane. Okay, the Vel'Koz is locked in
Hey,
from the side of VP.
there's still a 10% chance he can be picked in the mid lane.
Yeah, there is a chance for sure. They could flex it around if they wanted to.
Some NA streamers still play Zillion in the mid lane, so why not?
The support pick for Exulansis is locked in. It is going to be that Bard, which is quite strong in the bot lane. I mean, it is really tough to lane against and sets up a lot of roams for his team as well. Especially with that Evelyn, it'll be interesting to see where he roams with her.
Yeah, Bar just plays a roaming simulator on Summoner's Rift, collecting chimes, going top to mid, and back to bot. If Bard's your support, bot is always a 1v2 lane.
And the last pick for Exulansis is Aphelios, who I'm pretty sure can handle a 1v2 lane if played properly, right?
Yeah, see, I was expecting Aphelios from the start. Aphelios has that moon power none other ADC has. That E-boy moon power, he harnesses his power from the moon.
And the last pick from the side of VP is that Karma, which will be played in the bot lane as a support. So it isn't a support, set is going to the top lane. So overall, looking at the two teams, which one do you think won out on the draft phase?
Of course, Exulansis. If I said VP 14k, I'd be trolling.
And what do you think makes Exulansis' draft that much stronger?
The Renekton and Evelyn, man. The Renekton and Evelyn. The Renekton is just too strong against Set. Set will press W, Renekton will say haha and press W as well.
And also, I have to say, the Lucian as well in the mid lane is a really contested pick right now and is very strong in lane. So it'll be see how that matchup goes against the Vel'Koz.
I mean, Vel'Koz does have a big eye, so he'll be seeing a lot of stars in the day.
All right, and I'm pretty sure we're not gonna go into a commercial break. So see you guys on the other side.
Yes. Okay, so we're back in the champ loading screen. You see that Jarvan has taken Conqueror against their team. I
Yeah,
think that was
Conqueror
a bad move. That was a really bad move. He should have taken press the attack instead, in my opinion. Because
pressed
I
the
don't
attack.
think that Jarvan will live through fights to get that Conqueror in.
I mean, Conqueror is something that is quite standard for a lot of Jarvans, but yeah, I see what you mean. Considering the amount of damage that's on the side of Exulansis, it might be hard for him to live through the damage.
I mean, hey,
But
they have Renekton and Evelyn. Evelyn can just press R and delete 3 of them at once.
that is true. And it'll be hard for especially immobile champions like the Vel'Koz to play against the Renekton and the Evelyn, considering how hard they can jump on them, right? The
Yeah,
Vel'Koz needs to be really
and
careful, even though
since
he has that
Renekton
cleanse.
has that pool party skin, he has a surfboard power. He'll just swish wash everybody's shields out of the game. Karma shield gone. Set shield gone. Your LP also gone.
Yeah, I mean they're playing in tournament. There is no LP here, but I'm pretty sure
I mean, you can visualize the LP getting gone. I mean, going.
getting gone. Yes, for
Yes,
sure.
I think I'm too drunk. I need to take another sip of coffee.
Check that coffee, my friend. I think that might be some vodka as well.
It probably is, but we'll just move on anyways.
So yeah, as I was saying, Vel'Koz did opt to take that cleanse in the mid lane, which against the
A
Lucian
summoner
isn't going to
has
be of any use,
disconnected.
but considering there is a
A
Renekton and an
summoner has
Evelyn there,
disconnected.
And also a bard. Respect the bard son, man. Really OP.
yeah, the Bard is pretty OP.
I just hope that Vel'Koz knows that he cannot cleanse bard ultimate,
I mean,
which
he
he
can
probably
cleanse the
does.
Bard Q stun, right? So that's something.
I mean, bard always carries a coconut around with him, ready to smack someone in the face with it.
A summoner has reconnected.
I mean, he looks like a coconut himself.
Yeah, he does. I think he was a bowling ball in his previous life.
Could be, could be.
Yeah, could be, especially with that guardian. He'll protect his ADC, then move over to mid to protect his mid lane. Well, both of them are ADCs, so never mind. He'll protect his ADCs indeed.
Moving over to the top lane matchup, who do you think comes out on ahead, Renekton or Set?
Of course, Renekton. I simply just cannot say Seth because Seth has a W which heals him, and Renekton has a W which removes shields. Plus, Renekton is a big pain. If you don't know how to play around Renekton, you're basically lost the lane. You've basically lost the lane, and you should AFK or play jungle instead. But then again, if you can play set around Renekton, you're pretty good to go. Like I've seen some
A
sets,
summoner has
they
reconnected.
take Hail of Blades and they just fist bump every guy out of the lane.
But
But
that
Pampas, no.
Conqueror is quite useful though as well, right? Considering you are going to be trading into a Renekton, the Conqueror stacks are going to be quite important for that.
Yeah, but let's see if the set goes full Jotaro mood on this Renekton or not.
A summoner has disconnected. A summoner has disconnected.
I'm pretty sure our players are facing some connection issues. Maybe your vodka has traveled over to their team or their internet connection, maybe.
I think they're coming over to my place to try out my vodka.
Ah,
That way they'll get some encouragement and actually play Soraka mid lane. It's
I mean, if
pretty
you're
OP,
playing
believe me.
Soraka mid lane drunk, then I'm sorry, but again, the LP is going, my friend. The LP is
No,
gone.
no, no, no. Wait, wait. Hear out my reasoning, okay? If you don't know what you are doing, how will the enemy team predict what you are trying to do? You see my point?
Spoken like a true cutie pie fan.
Wait, what?
that was a code by him, I think. Or
No, it
is
was
it
a
an
code by me.
original Russian code that you just said?
It was an original, my friend,
Okay,
100%.
okay, I believe
I
you. I
only
believe
steal Adidas and Pepsi.
you. Okay.
Adidas sponsor me in the future. I'll be your big fan. I also advertise your goods.
I'm not sure if they make vodka, but
I
good
mean,
luck.
hey, I'll make Adidas vodka. They can ferment Pepsi into vodka, you know? Okay, so the pause timer has been running for 6 minutes. I think I'll get a good workout in 10 minutes. Let me get on my workout shoes and I'll come back in 3 minutes.
Okay, good luck with that.
Actually, never mind. I'm just going to sit here and sip coffee instead. If anybody wants a free Japanese lesson, just PM me. I'll
Are
give
you?
you guys a free Japanese lesson.
I thought you were Russian. Now you speak Japanese as well.
Hi.
So desu ka?
Hi.
Is that the only word you know in Japanese?
Yes, I need to transition to Japanese because right now all I have in the mind is crochet and razvidya.
Ah, okay. So we'll need to do a full reboot of your brain, huh?
Yes, we do. It needs to be hit with an iron bar.
Or maybe a vodka bottle. Got any of those lying around?
I mean, I think I've already cracked 5 of them.
Ah, unlucky.
Don't worry, I'll borrow some from Renekton after this match. Actually, I think I'll borrow some from Seth instead because I think Seth will feel dizzy after this match.
Why? Because he's gonna get smacked around by the Renekton?
Yeah, he's going to get sliced and diced, left and
Ah,
right. What are the chances that the pause timer runs for a longer time than the actual game itself? What are the odds?
would technically happen. Depends
Yeah,
on how
it
long the
did.
game goes
It
on for.
happen. Baron is spawning
But
in 2 minutes.
hopefully that won't be the case. Hopefully they will get their connection issues sorted out.
Yeah, hopefully this is why you pay for battle ping, okay?
I mean, if they're outright disconnected, I'm pretty sure battling doesn't help in that case.
Okay, this is why you pay for modems.
That makes more sense.
If you don't have 4G in your area, I'm sorry.
All right. So I'm not
It's
sure whether
been
they've
8 minutes.
reconnected yet. Yeah, it's been 8 minutes. I'm not sure whether they've reconnected yet.
You know those instant noodles they advertise on TV, 2-minute noodles? I could
Yeah,
have
two
cooked
minutes.
4 packets.
I
Imagine.
mean, are you in any state to be cooking noodles or going anywhere near the kitchen at this point?
I mean, I have my PC right beside the kitchen, so I can cook
A
if I
summoner
want
has
to.
reconnected.
Okay.
But then the place will get a lot of steam, and I don't think my mic will function in Steam.
Okay. I
So
think
Tentacle Guy is back.
yeah, the Vel'Koz did reconnect. Hopefully they will be resuming pretty soon. One thing we didn't touch upon is the Jarvan pick for VP. So Jarvan in this game is probably going to be their primary engage unless they get a set flank off. Do you think that's going to be possible for him considering how much damage there is on the other team?
No,
I mean,
simply no.
other than that, they honestly don't have any other means of engage unless Seth can teleport, maybe, or get some other form of flank. But
Hashtag Exulansis win.
Alright.
I mean, I was rooting for VP 14k, but after the first game, I'm all Exulansis.
Summoner's Rift.
They've basically turned your mind, changed your mind, huh?
Hopefully,
With
Exulansis doesn't lose this.
their shockwave
30
was
seconds
strong
until
enough.
minions spawn.
Yeah, their shockwave was strong enough to distort my speech. Like I said previously, the Oriana shockwave wasn't that strong, but after that match ended, it was strong enough to distort my speech at the beginning of this match.
Ah, that's why the Japanese kicked in for a moment, huh?
Oh, yes, it did, my friend.
Okay, so Karma looking to go aggressive onto the Bard, lands, doesn't land the Mantra Q, gets an auto off,
Minions have spawned.
and I'm not sure whether they intend on pursuing that invade any further. The supports are just trading spells and autos, but
I mean, Karma got gold for that, but Bard didn't.
yeah, Karma did get some gold off of that.
Sad coconut moments indeed.
But yeah, if I could please ask our streamer to swap Aphelios and Lucian. Because Lucian is in the mid lane and Aphelios is the ADC.
Wait, I thought that it was the other way around.
No, Lucian is mid. What do you mean? Lucian is mid.
Ah, I guess I'm just seeing things.
So both of the junglers did start their red side set, just dragging the Renekton in and giving him a few good punches.
Guess I'm just seeing. So Renekton won the thread heavily. You see?
Yeah,
You see?
yeah, he did.
See that surfboard? Look at it. Look at that red shit. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
Another trade, this time again, the Renekton stun does land. I don't think Seth can win this trade and has to back off. In the mid lane, Lucian going aggressive. Bard trying to zone them out in the bot lane, but it's taking quite a lot of damage from the Ezreal and the Karma. Jarvan is here as well. Bard might just be caught out of position. Does flash out of there for the moment, but will probably go down. Unfortunately, the first blood goes to the Karma, but it is a kill nonetheless. So aggressive play from Exulansis in the bot lane, but the Jarvan gank really turned that around.
Okay, no Karma this match. 1000 gold bounty on support. I mean, AP Karma is a valid option if you know how to rock it.
I mean,
One Q equals no Aphelios and Lucian. A proper Q. No Aphelios and Lucian indeed.
Again, Seth going for a trade, but does get stunned up.
Ouch!
Does trade quite a lot of damage out to the Renekton. Renekton might be thinking about it, but Evelyn is there, marks him for the charm, lands it, flashes in, but doesn't get enough damage. Almost goes down. Meanwhile, in the bot lane, both of the ADCs trading their flashes, Ezreal barely managing to make it out. And even though Karma got that first blood, it seems in the bot lane, Ezreal decided to stay by himself and was extended a bit too far forward, which allowed them to go aggressive onto him. Okay, meanwhile in the top lane, I'm pretty sure Renekton does get that kill off, and Seth should not have stayed that far up after that gank from the Evelyn.
That the Renekton went full Gothic mode on that set. See, I told you that the Renekton went hard. Okay, goodbye, Jarvan.
Jarvan takes that. And the Q for the Karma Velcro splashes in for the kill and will get it. I mean, Jarvan is probably over on the other side of the wall playing all plans, but I'm pretty sure it wasn't. He goes in with the EQ, doesn't manage to land the knock-up onto the Philios, and does have to back off after that. So another kill for VP. Their early game this time around has been going a bit better.
Not sure what Seth was trying to achieve with that E, but whatever he did was good. But not good enough. I think it's going to go down right now.
Yeah, the gank from the Evelyn is very unfortunate for him, and yep.
And just
Nothing
look at
he
the
could do
wave
about that.
positioning.
I
Renekton has
know.
almost double the CS of Seth right now. One more CS and it's double.
Meanwhile, the dragon is started by VP right now because they did see the Evelyn in the top lane. So pretty sure they're gonna get this one uncontested.
And they do. Jarvan is low on mana, so I think he's going to recall.
Okay. Bot lane, there's a fight. The knock-up from the Vel'Koz lands and Ezreal finishes off that Aphelio. Bard just trying to buy some time for his Lucian to come in. He does kill off the Karma, but I'm not sure whether he can handle the two of them by himself. The stun from the Bard lands onto the Vel'Koz, but that isn't quite enough, and that's a double kill for the Ezreal. So quite a scrappy fight. The teleport from the Lucian did come in at the end there, but it wasn't quite enough to swing the fight in their favor, and 14k do take the lead in terms of kills.
That Lucian went full seppuku mood at the end.
Yeah,
He was like, I'm going to kill you no matter what. You hurt my friend, I'm going to hurt you back.
I'm pretty sure he thought that he could finish those off, but it wasn't quite enough. I mean,
But hey, it was worth. He got the pickaxe, and he's well on his way to Mana Mune.
but the scary thing right now is that Ezreal, who is 3-0, has a 300 gold bounty, and I mean, the item advantage for him against the Aphelios is quite big at the moment.
Yeah, he'll show you a true display of skill. Lucian just casually using the control ward like nothing's going to happen at all.
Yeah, they don't want any of the control wards around so that they can get vision of the Evelyn. The Vel'Koz does use that all, does a lot of damage onto Lucian, and he will probably force to back off.
Goodbye, red buff.
Oh no, okay, so Evelyn is heading in for a gank and the mid lane does get the charm off. And Vel'Koz can't live through that. Meanwhile in the top lane, Renekton is getting ganked by the Jarvan, does get a lot of damage onto the set, manages to slice and dice his way out of there. Jarvan finally deciding it's enough, flashes in for the kill but doesn't manage to get enough damage there, and that is quite unfortunate. Considering Jarvan did use his flash, not getting the Renekton there hurt them quite a bit.
Future tip, pick Nasus against Renekton. Helps a lot.
I mean, that is a brother rivalry, I guess, but do you really think Nasus won't win out in that fight?
I mean, hey, I always win lane as Nasus against Renekton, but that's in solo queue.
Ah, okay. So Jarvan is heading into his jungle where Bard and Evelyn are just waiting for him. The Evelyn is going to mark him for the charm, lands it as well. The Bard Q comes in for the stun and Evelyn finishes him off. The Evelyn right now just camping in their jungle with that Bard as we were talking about it in Champ Select.
No lie, that was a play me and my support would pull off in solo queue. Really proud of that Bard and Evelyn. Just sit in that brush and wait for the enemy jungler to come and pop him off.
Okay, so Renekton goes in, gets the stun off, and just finishes out the set with his...
That's it,
There's another gang by the Evelyn, but Ezreal just arcing shifts and flashes his way out of there.
That set died so quick, the transition was instant.
Yeah, at this point, I don't really think he can afford to trade with that Renekton. He just needs to keep his distance, because as soon as Renekton closes that gap, he is dead.
He needs to grief Evelyn.
Okay, that's another culling used by the Lucian, trying to get that Vel'Koz low enough. And
Jarvan is heading towards bot side, potentially for a gank, or maybe not, because their ADC is not here.
I think he's heading towards that mid lane, because at this point Vel'Koz does need the help. Lucian again dashes out from that. Okay, that's a lot of damage from the Vel'Koz. Manages to kill the Lucian even though his knockup didn't land there. Lucian should have honestly respected the damage from the Vel'Koz. He didn't really think that he would get hit by the ult and just die.
Zippity zap, here comes the laser. Boom, boom, boom. That's what Vel'Koz was saying on the other side, probably.
So Evelyn right now is hovering around that bot lane, looking for a pick onto probably the Ezreal, who doesn't have a flash. Marks the Karma though, gets the Charm off, and that's enough damage from their Philios to finish it off. But Ezreal does get the return kill onto the Bard, and
Anyway, it was worth. It was 100% worth.
yeah, the Ezreal keeps getting these paid kills whenever fights are being forced in the bot lane by Exulansis right now.
And I think Evelyn is just waiting for Ezreal to slip up.
Yeah,
But then
as
again,
soon as
Ezreal has a knee.
there is a Jarvan there as well, so it will be a 2v2 between the junglers and the ADCs. Ephelios is forced to flash out. Evelyn goes in, gets ulted by the Jarvan, flashes out from there as well. The Vel'Koz is here, they call both of the top players for the TP. Jarvan manages to shut down the Evelyn. The teleport from the Renekton comes in, he dashes in, tries to find the Ezreal, but can't really see him. Lucian finally gets that shut down. Head goes in, doesn't really do much, gets shut up by the Bard, and gets taken down by the Lucian. That's a triple kill for him. And yeah, that fight for VP didn't really go the way that they planned. They're still going in further. That's done onto the Vel'Koz, who does die. The Bard all comes in, and Karma will probably die as well. That was a
Oh,
double
no,
for the
I-
Lucian. I'm pretty sure that was an unofficial sense up for him, right?
Yeah, Exulansis at this point is pretty much smurfing.
Yeah, and Jarvan does find the Lucian out there.
Okay, I spoke too soon.
He does die. The shutdown goes over to the Jarvan. Evelyn right now trying to kill the Jarvan. That's a root from the Aphelios as well, but he does just flag and drag his way out of there.
Then if he died, I'll take my words back again.
Okay, that. Oh no, Bard just barely managed to make it out of there. Pet has found the Evelyn somehow, but I don't think he can catch her yet.
Yes,
But right now the
Evelyn.
dragon is being started by VP though.
Evelyn has her ultimate up and there's a blast on.
He decides against going in, but Ezreal finds the Bard again. That's a lot of damage from the Evelyn. He kills off the Ezreal, but Jarvan is chasing her right now and does die. Lucian gets found by the Jarvan as well. I don't think they can... Okay, Jarvan decides to just ult there and get the kill. That's a double ult from the Aphelios, but I don't think the damage is quite enough. Meanwhile, Renekton was just farming it up in the top lane. Did get quite a few plates at the start as well.
Because that's what top laners do.
I mean, just let the 0-4 set roam and take turrets while you can, right?
Yes, take first while you can, but then again, set is a free gold bag for the next one at this point. Get him low and dive him. Simple.
That is what the Renekton seems to be planning right now. Just ulting in there, ignoring the turret, and just kills Ted with ease. Doesn't even need to sweat. I mean, at this point, the Set should be considering whether he can survive in the lane, not take fights.
Yeah, the set should switch with Vel'Koz and run it down mid instead.
I mean, I'm surprised that either of the top laners didn't go for Blade of the Ruin King for their build. Instead, they both opted for that Black Cleaver.
I mean, that 20% CDR is really juicy if you ask me. So is that Phage. So is that armor cleave. Also, Black Cleaver also gives you a lot of HP. Bork is just too aggressive, man. If you can't land those punches, Bork is just bad. And I don't think that Renekton will buy Bork to cleave off Set's HP with his W. I think Renekton will cleave out Set with his Tiamat and Black Cleaver instead. Get his armor down, then go in for the kill.
Okay,
Not
so
like
there is
auto
gonna be
auto.
another fight in the bot lane. Both of the junglers are heading there. The Aphelios dealt a lot of damage by, but the Vel'Koz almost does finally kill off the Evelyn. The exhaust on the Lucian, Jarvan just jumps in and uses his stopwatch. Ezreal tries to do some damage but can't really do enough and does get taken down by the Lucian. Jarvan still trying to go for the Lucian, finally managed to kill him, but in the top lane meanwhile, that's just a dead set as soon as Lupo
that
gets
was
him in range.
unfortunate.
Yeah. So Karma does manage to live for the moment. The Aphelios is quite low, so there might be an opportunity for her to get a kill there, but at this point she's just running for her life. Bard looking for that stun, but the Karma does, I think, manage to make her way out of there. Yeah, she does. So well played by the Karma to get away from that situation, but
Yeah, I don't think they'll let Karma go that easily.
yeah, but even after that getaway, I still think that Exulansis are still getting farther and farther ahead. In the top lane, again, Renekton just bullying that set.
A summoner has
And
disconnected.
there is a boss coming in.
A summoner has
I'm pretty sure it's just
reconnected.
gonna be just them reconnecting their battle pings probably. So hopefully it won't take that long.
Again, this is why you play for Battle Ping. So I think Renekton will take the Rainhead faster than they'll take the next dragon.
Depends on whether Seth's team decides it's finally about time to help him out. The poor guy is 0-6 up there and is just getting
I
bullied
mean,
out
if
by the
they
Renekton.
gank him, like if they perform a two-man gank on that Renekton will just double kill them and walk
Well,
away.
we can right now see that Jarvan is headed towards that Renekton, so
Yeah,
we'll have
easy
to...
double kill. I mean, Renekton also has a splash up.
Yeah,
Jarvan doesn't.
Renekton does have a slash up, so considering Jarvan will be the one going in, it's gonna be hard for him to kill him off. The game is resumed. Jarvan, I think, is gonna make... Yeah, he just decides, nope, I'm not fighting this Croc right now. Let me just get out of here.
Yeah, no, don't fight the Renekton. Bad idea. Bad idea. It'll be a free double kill for him if you do. I think that Renekton is going to go in. He'll potentially die if he doesn't get out quick enough. Because I see 3 people going to us top lane.
Okay, another ult traded from the mid laner, but Lucian just flashes away from the ult and gets those double shots in there. The Renekton basically going 1v3, almost getting the double, doesn't quite manage to finish off either the Set or the Jarvan, but Evelyn decides to go in herself, gets ulted by the Set, and yeah, Evelyn ult just kills him off. Jarvan ults the Renekton, but he's inside his own ult with a Croc that's gonna kill him, right? I don't think you want to be doing that, my friend.
Also, I do have to say that Lucian was really lucky because his essence triggered crit twice onto that very top. If it didn't, he would have died. The Lucian would have died. I never get crit
so
up at 25%.
the top inhib right now is being forced by Exulansis Esports. They are gonna get that down probably.
Or
And-
not.
I do think you were right that Renekton did get that top lane turret before the next dragon, so props to you for that.
Yeah, see man, that Renekton is a chat top laner. Every top laner should be like Renekton. Remember kids, if you have a Renekton against you, and if you're putting a shield camp, just AFK. Good advice.
Okay, so Bard was kind of caught out by that Vel'Koz, but uses the magical journey to just run out of there to safety.
He hula hooped his way to safety. Bard is literally playing Portal 2 on Summoner's Rift right now.
Okay, Bard still going in for the invade. I don't think he wants to be that deep inside the enemy jungle without any of his teammates nearby.
I mean, hey, Vel'Koz is there, and I think Vel'Koz and Bard are friends, really close friends.
Okay, so the next objective will probably with the mid lane turret. That oh no. Oh no, Seth gets found out by the Renekton. He knows that he's in a lot of trouble, is trying his best to run out of there, and his teammates are there to back him up, so Renekton can't really pursue that any further.
I mean, hey, give me a time when Renekton didn't find Seth out.
And Jarvan right now in a fight with the Renekton, but the Bard ult does come in. That's a good ult from the Vel'Koz, but the Bard is killed off as well. Lucian comes in for the cleanup from the back line. Renekton will probably finish off the Jarvan there, and that is probably gonna be the top lane inhib. I'm not really sure why VP are fighting there, considering their Ezreal is still in the bot lane farming up. They shouldn't be taking these fights, considering the only person in their team who can honestly do any damage at this point is that Ezreal. I mean, Vel'Koz did some damage in that fight, but the amount of damage that Exulansis have is nowhere near enough for them, right?
I think VP took notes from NA.
So they're basically running it down, is that what you're saying?
No, I mean they are in that set though, for sure. I mean, if I was that set, I'd run it down too, because that Renekton is just too good.
Okay, so the Baron is being taken and goes down in second. Exulansis right now will probably again head probably to the mid and top lane and look to close this game out, considering how far ahead they are.
Lucian took smite instead, just because of that smite and Baron being slain by Lucian.
He is critting quite hard. He does have those double crit items at the moment, so.
I mean, you never know. Lucian might have picked smite, but because of low skin, it shows us teleport and flash.
Okay, so Bard is just in Jarvan's face right now, forcing him to use his flag and drag to get out of there. Evelyn is hovering around to see if there are any stragglers he can catch out.
And Bard is looking for a potential stun but doesn't have it or anything.
Okay, the Karma flashes out from Evelyn as soon as she sees him, knows that Evelyn does have the damage to kill her off.
Yeah, I told you, man. If you Evelyn, you get out.
Okay, I don't think the Ezreal could have Arcane shifted in there. That's quite a lot of damage from the Vel'Koz, but again, not nearly enough. Ezreal's positioning there should have been better. Should have known he couldn't go in. The Evelyn this time around does finish off. The Karma gets the double kill. Is still alive thanks to the Guardian from the Bard. Will probably get the triple as well, and oh, she does. That's a triple kill for the Evelyn, and will most likely be the game for Exulansis Esports if they decide to go for the enemy next turn. That they are.
That Renekton is just too powerful.
Yeah, the set pick for them didn't really work out at all.
I mean, if that set went to Yasuo, it would have worked. Just because of Yasuo's 0-10 power spike. Just run it down until you're 0-10 and you'll be good to go on Yasuo. That's my advice.
Another kill for the Lucian. This time the Karma's the one to die. The Vel'Koz goes for the ult. Kills the Bard, but it's not enough. The set tries to go in, but he can't really do much. Renekton, meanwhile, is just fighting 1v3 like he doesn't give a damn. And
I mean,
he does stun up the Vel'Koz. Vel'Koz uses that cleanse, manages to make it out alive, but the game is looking pretty over right now. The Lucian...
both teams played very well, but the game is still not over, so I don't know why I said that. But anyways, moving on, we'll see where this game goes. I mean, VP14K still have a chance to come back.
Sure they do. I mean, they just need one more death onto the set and he'll hit the 0-10 set power spike.
Yeah, he'll hit the 0-10 speed power spike. But what they really need to do is get a shutdown onto that Renekton and make him go AFK. If Renekton doesn't go AFK, I don't think that VP14K have a chance to win right now.
I mean, hey, at this point you might as well go for it, right? You don't really have anything to lose at this point.
I mean,
The
the
dragon is being
Renekton is
taken
still up.
by Exulansis, even though they don't need it at this point.
I mean, the extra armor and magic resist really helps, especially against that Vel'Koz who does true damage, you know? If you have both resistances, armor and magic, true damage is reduced.
Okay, that's another ult by the Bard. Evelyn is almost finishes off the Ezreal, but manages to make it out with a sliver of health. The Jarvan goes in onto the Bard, gets that kill, but Renekton is again here just to finish him off. The last hit goes to the Zilios, and Vel'Koz is running for his life right now. He knows he cannot stand in front of that Frog. Head still going in. I'm pretty sure he knows he's dead there, and yeah. That is
disconnected.
That is the end of the game, guys. That's it for the quarterfinals. The final game goes in favor of Exulansis Esports.
Carried by Renekton.
And
Good top lane right there.
I'm sure all of our viewers are really excited for the semifinals. They're going to be really exciting. I'm looking forward to them myself, and we'll see you guys there.